I'm gonna show you a playback now of one of my games, 1v1 with Protoss against a Terran player. It made already a fail. So let's start off. I'm playing here in the top corner on the as blue player, and the guy Ox is the Terran one as red. So sort of he start building some SCVs, and I'm working on some probes. We're now both at 9. It's gonna be a game where I'm gonna finish it off with Void Ray is a pretty simple one actually. Not that much work, but I'm gonna show you a standard Void Ray build. You're starting off now with a supply depot at 10, and I'm starting with a pylon at 10. Queuing up some workers, and when it's finished I'm directly gonna build the warp gate, and he is now working on the barracks and has queued another SCV. You see the mineral rate for me is a bit higher. I have a little bit lead. That's mostly because of the chrono boost. That's give a lot of advantage in the early game for mineral rate, and that's with what you can win a game. So he's still working on that one while I can farm more minerals. Got already 250 against 170 for him. It's waiting for me. I'm gonna now work on 2 refineries while my gateway is finished, and I'm starting off now, I think, yeah, with the what is it, the cybernetic core and another pylon at 1418. He is now working on another supply depot and upgrading his barracks with the tech lab, and he has made an orbital command, and he uses the scan at my main base next to the nexus. You can only see my workers and my my pylon, so it's a pretty waste of it's actually a waste of the chrono boost of a scan. I'm making 1 zealot to defend before I can make before I have my void rays. The forge now as well finished, just for some for later on I can make with that some cannons. It's just more defense while I'm building up to yeah, make some warp gates and attacking him. He has now just finished his second refinery, 1 full. I got 2 full now, so I got a lead on that as well. He's building a second barracks now and has 1 marauder against 1 zealot. That's gonna be a pretty easy game at the beginning. If I attacked him now and broke actually through his gate, I would have won. And there is my second nexus at this moment. Immediately sent back that probe towards farm, because yeah, the Protoss buildings are making it itself, so it's not really a problem to actually let them stand there. It's a pretty waste of time. And there's the first Stargate at 23:26. I got a lead over him. I got 1 zealot, that's for 2, and then 21 workers against 1 marauder. I still think, yes, 1 marauder, then less workers, and he got a mule, so the farming rate is pretty the same. There's my second Stargate and another pylon, but my advantage is mostly in that second nexus that's nearly finished now, while he is still working with 1 orbital and 1 fully filled refinery and 1 place with 1. I see he's making his factory now, another barracks with the core, the reactor, and I think this one's gonna get a reactor too, because he got marine rushing. He is now start working on his command center while I'm just finishing up my nexus and start queuing things. Putting a chrono boost on it, I think. No, I don't put the gun boost. And there's the first void ray in making. Well, this one has research weapons level 1 now, and also a second void ray. So yeah, if you look to the armies, I got a pretty much of advantage right now. Already, he only got 2 marauders. He finished up most of his buildings. That's pretty good. But his main problem is with that at a disadvantage in his economy, building up 2 refineries now and queuing up 5 new probes, while the first of the void race is finished at the moment. And there comes the third one. Let's check out what he's doing. He's building some bunkers here, still with his 2 marauders. Oh, make it 2 marauders and 2 marines, but still an easy counter for 1 or 2 void rays already. So I could have finished the game now, as I have waited because of I thought he would go for turrets or at least some Vikings. So yeah, didn't want to make the risk to see what he was doing and lure out his full army. Move my void rays a little bit more forward, because if he doesn't attack, I can immediately counter him from above, having the upper ground advantage. And yeah, he couldn't see me from here, so if he attacked he would immediately died. But I think his main problem is that he spent too much time on working on that defense line and not checking out my defenses. He put 1 scan on me till the game is finished. So yeah, he couldn't see my army coming anyway. So yeah, that was pretty easy for me. Building now some photo cannons right here. Also working on the second cybernetic core and upgrading air level 1. You see my damage is now 7 and versus armored 11, and he only got 0 upgrades, so his damage with this one is higher. But if you look to the marines, he got a little bit less of damage. That's where I'm gonna own him at the end game, because I'm gonna finish him with 3 attack and 2 attack and 2 defense. So my army is pretty built up already at the end game. That's only at 16 minutes. You see, I got here a full working nexus. Only didn't put anything on this because my rate was now high enough this moment. Well, I'm gonna build another pylon and immediately gonna work for the fleet beacon to make the 2 second upgrades possible. With 5 minutes to go till we finish the game, it's gonna get interesting now. This is my scouting unit. Since I built cannons, I thought I could better use it. And you see now he got 1 Tor and 1 siege tank, and he started working now on missile turrets. So he expects that I'm gonna go for an army. That's only because of yeah, he knows I have only 1 zealot sent, and it's not logical to send only 1 zealot if you're gonna go for an stalker army, because then you wouldn't have made any yeah, any zealots. So, but what his main fault is, and where I'm gonna own him up in a few seconds or minutes, is this part. He don't build any off turrets right here. So in a few minutes, and that's starting right now, my army is gonna move at 1-1, and he throws now a second scan and the first scan. He now see my army, so I didn't even notice that. But he missed my plan to build it. Now his full army moving out, and there's where it goes wrong for him. My army is now here, and I'm gonna counterattack him through the bottom right to here. And you see he doesn't have any detectors here, so I'm gonna wipe his full economically system. He doesn't have anything left at the end. And yeah, the next thing is I'm gonna start up working towards here. I don't gonna finish it. He will give up against that time, but you see I got now as well armor 2 and air weapons 2 in the queue, What I want to give for a tip to new players is always upgrade your weapons. You can have a small army, but with upgrades you're gonna win it from a full army. So yeah, AFC here, workers are dying massively. He noticed it. He didn't notice it till, well, I think a long time. Well, this thing is killing the orbital command. His army is now in move. Yes, now. He's now moving up toward me. And I'm gonna make one kill there. Haven't lost any of my void rays. And it's that I'm busy with attacking him, but I could make a lot more. Destroying one siege tank up there. And I already got 3 more here and 3 more coming. And see, there's the air weapon 2 and the air armory 2. And the game is now nearly finished. I'm just moving my army here to give them some time. And what he's doing, yeah, it's not much. You see, he has queued his army all around here. He has made some Vikings, but with 2 Vikings you're not gonna win it. Even with 3, you have a giant problem with his army. And you see here's his army coming. Already destroyed his turret, and not even possible to harm me. Moving back. And he's surrendering now. So thanks people for watching. I hope you liked this video, and try it out. Give me some reactions on this. Give me tips, because I'm just a new player to Starcraft 2. And don't forget to subscribe, and have a nice day.